Councilmember Rick Cole here with your Monday, April 6th Council Preview. Most of our discussions in closed session will be devoted to negotiations because virtually all of our union contracts expire this year. In closed session, we get reports on how talks are going with each of our bargaining units, and we give instructions with the goal of reaching tentative agreements that can be brought forward later for public discussion and a vote later this year. We also hope to finalize the details on selecting our next city manager, and if all goes well, we'll be making an announcement in the coming days. In open session, we have on our consent calendar the annual salary schedule, which spells out the pay and benefits for all of the classifications for all of our 2,300 staff. Then we have a budget workshop ahead of the presentation later on this year of the city manager's proposed budget for next year. Last year, the council gave the city manager our priorities. We'd like to invest in the long-term capacity of our fire department. We'd like to continue to fix streets and sidewalks and make them safer. We also want to continue to strive to get to 100% renewable energy for our public utility by 2030. And we'd like to see a year-round homeless shelter to get people off the street quickly and get them the help they need. Finally, we want to invest in economic development. Placemaking has been a big success in Old Pasadena, on South Lake, and in the Playhouse District. We'd like to apply that same approach to areas like North Lake, North Fair Oak, Lincoln Avenue, and East Colorado Boulevard to make them more attractive places to shop and to dine and to visit and to start a business. Then we have free TEFRA hearings. TEFRA stands for Tax Equity and Fiscal Responsibility Act. Free affordable housing developers in Pasadena are asking for our blessing at no cost to the city for them to get tax-exempt financing. Although all three of those projects have generated some opposition, these hearings really are pro forma because if we don't give our blessing, then the developers can simply go to the county or the state for their approval. Then on old business, we take up a report from our staff on how we're implementing the council's 13-point protection for our residents against the unconstitutional tactics of ICE, those armed men in unmarked cars who've been seizing people off of our streets. They're violating the constitutional rights of our residents. And so we'll do everything we can to protect them, recognizing that the federal government has powers that obviously supersede ours. And finally, the council will be taking up potential appointments to our rent board. The rent board oversees Measure 8, which was the tenants' rights and rent stabilization measure that was passed by voters back in 2022. There are 2 vacancies on the at-large seats, and so we'll be interviewing several candidates and hopefully making a choice to fill those seats for the years ahead. I hope you'll tune in, and if you miss it, tune in for Jason Lyons' council update, which usually follows by a day or 2. Happy Easter and a blessed Passover.